This is Knowsley Safari Park, 10 minutes from my front door and home to the UK's longest safari drive at 5.5 miles. It is also a regular feature on this channel, and if you've watched Chairview Chronicles for any length of time, you've seen me here many times before. Today is different. Today I've got the Canon EOS R5 Mark II on loan from Canon and the 3 lenses in the bag, and a question I genuinely want to answer. Can this camera keep up with the park? I know better than almost anyone. Welcome back to Chairview Chronicles. Before we go any further, the R5 Mark II in front of me is on loan from Canon. They've not paid for this review and they've not seen the video before it goes out live, and every opinion you hear is mine. This is part 4 of my 6-part series that takes this body through wildlife, landscape, woodland, urban, and then the final full setup and final verdict. Today we start with the deep end. A quick context for anyone new. Knowsley Safari Park sits on the edge of St Helens in Merseyside, a 15-minute drive from Liverpool. The drive safari is 5.5 miles long, the longest in the UK, and it crosses lion country, baboon country, deer, antelope, rhino, and then at the end a full safari section where you can get out of your vehicle, stretch your legs and see the meerkats, bush dogs, birds of prey, bears, giraffes and the tigers. I have shot here in winter, summer, golden hour rain. I know the rhythm of this place, which means I know exactly where this camera is going to be tested. Camels and deer at about 40 metres. Dapple light through the trees. I'm in servo autofocus, animal detection on with the whole area autofocus on, and it's a custom mode C1 wildlife configuration which is seen in the previous 2 videos. I've built specifically for this body, so let's see how it handles here at Knowsley. I've shot it 50 times before with other cameras. The eye detection is not just finding the animal, it's prioritising correctly when there are 2 of them. This one, it locks on, stays locked on, and this is genuine progress, and I have shot enough deer here to know the difference. So a quick accessibility note, because this matters across my whole series. The right hand is on the grip, the left hand is on the lens zoom ring. I cannot reach I reach the joystick with my thumb on the back to move the autofocus point without taking my hand off the lens for anyone shooting one-handed with a limited dexterity or with arthritis and like me from a wheelchair. Right, so just coming up to the entrance to the Baboon section, enter at your own risk and peril. You will end up with no window wipers, no rubber seals around or anything. But you can do a little detour with section along the side, which I'll show you now. So if we spin round, there's the entrance to the Baboon. So it's slowly there. Seems like it's loud. Where the yellow sign is, that's where you go through for the Baboon entrance. And then if you carry on straight here, as you'll see, you can go alongside the perimeter fence of the Baboons, just so your car doesn't get damaged. But Knowsley Safari is not liable for any damage caused by the Baboons, and trust me, they will end up damaged. Yeah. But for the kids, it is a lot of fun, to be fair. It is a really good laugh. In the Overcast British light, the files are clean. That combination, long reach, clean high ISO, is what makes the R5 Mark II a genuine wildlife camera, not just a high resolution body that happens to do wildlife. This is where the camera earns its money. As you can see, the baboons are all sat around, and there's a little baby one there. This single setting is the difference between getting the lion's eye or getting the lion's shoulder. The 100 to 50 at 400mm fills the frame with the lion's face from inside the vehicle. No cropping, no compromise. The f7.1 maximum aperture at the long end is the lens main limitation, but on today, with it being sun, I was at ISO 200. Getting right at the side of there it is. Wow, look at that. Oh, look at that. So with the electronic, 30 frames a second, let rip, 143 rows in one burst. The buffer never emptied and could still keep shooting. That is the kind of specification that actually matters in the field, and the kind I've learned to trust by testing it against animals I already know. Well, now onto the foot safari. This is the section that elevates Knowsley above almost every UK safari park. It is the only place I know where you can roll up alongside an enclosure on a paved path in a wheelchair and get face to face with the apex animals like the tigers. Hopefully, we'll see that today. It includes the one I've been waiting for the last hour and a half. Is the mum, the tiger, which is mum and daughter, who was around 10 months old. She's a Martian tiger. Unfortunately, mum had 2 cubs, a male and a female. The female is what you see. Unfortunately, the male passed away about a month ago. He had an eye defect, so he passed away, which was really sad. I did get some amazing pictures of him. He seemed to have a really playful nature. He was a beautiful little animal. It's a goddamn shame that he's gone. And I'll put them pictures of him up now. That's the day done with the R5 Mark II at Knowsley Safari, at a venue I know best. 3 things I loved. 1, animal eye auto-focused on the lion, and it's genuinely the best auto-focus performance I've ever had in any camera. 2, the joystick is fast, responsive and locks on. 3, the buffer is deep enough that I don't need to stop and think about it, which is the highest praise a buffer can earn. 2 limitations to them, honestly. 1, the 100 to 500 at 7.1 on a really cloudy day is a bit of a bottleneck in dim light. You do have to bump that ISO, but using the XO RAW, which if you go into the description, I've got an affiliate link for that, so please do use that. Works absolutely phenomenal at cleaning up any images that is really got high ISO. It cleans up superbly, and it's got hundreds of all different camera setups, all the lenses and everything. Please do check that out. Like I say, I've got an affiliate link. You get 15% off the price, and I get a small commission at no extra cost to you, so it is a win-win for you. Also as well, the Hansa Film Emulation Pro, you get 10% off using the code in the description. Again, I'm not sponsored by them, but I've got an affiliate link because you do use them in every video. And again, you get 10% off the price and I get a small commission. So please do use them links. It does go a long way in helping me to make content and save up to hopefully one day be able to afford a camera like this. It's absolutely superb. My all-time favourite was the Nikon Z8, and this absolutely blows out the water. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's the first Canon camera I've ever shot with, and I'm absolutely blown away with it. So the key weight on the foot safari section was right at my one-hand limit. Not a fault, just a fact. But this is part 4 and the end of my testing section of the wildlife with the R5 Mark II. Full overall conclusion will be in my final video. Anyway, the next episode is a complete change of direction. Leave wildlife behind and start on the landscape and woodland section of the series at Sankey Valley in Blackbrook, another location that regular viewers of this channel will know that I've been to loads of times, and on to Carmel Dam as well again, which regular viewers will know. And Carmel Dam is the largest dam in the UK by surface area. Different camera questions, different lens choices, different light. If you have been following the channel for the local content, you already know these places. Please show some love for the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell to be notified when the next videos come out, and the remaining videos I have planned for the Canon R5 Mark II, as well as all my other videos that I have planned for the year. I'm John, this is Chairview Chronicles Life in Motion, and I'll see you on the next one at Carmel Dam. Cheers, out.